The Aero L-29 Delfín is a military jet trainer aircraft that became the standard jet trainer for the air forces of Warsaw Pact nations in the 1960s. It was Czechoslovakia's first locally designed and built jet aircraft. Design and development. In the late 1950s, the Soviet Air Force was seeking a jet-powered replacement for its fleet of piston-engine trainers, and this requirement was soon broadened to finding a trainer aircraft that could be adopted in common by Eastern Bloc air forces. Aero's response. The prototype XL-29 designed by Z. Rublik and K. Thomas first flew on 5 April 1959, powered by a British Bristol Siddeley Viper engine. The second prototype was powered by the Czech-designed M701 engine, which was used in all subsequent aircraft. The basic design concept was to produce a straightforward, easy-to-build and operate aircraft. Simplicity and ruggedness were stressed with manual flight controls, large flaps and the incorporation of perforated air brakes on the fuselage sides, providing stable and docile flight characteristics, leading to an enviable safety record for the type. The sturdy L-29 was able to operate from grass, sand, or unprepared fields. Both student pilot and instructor had ejection seats, and were positioned in tandem, under separate canopies with a slightly raised instructor position. In 1961, the L-29 was evaluated against the PZLTS-11 Iskra and Yakovlev Yak-30 and emerged the winner. Poland chose to pursue the development of the TS-11 Iskra anyway, but all other Warsaw Pact countries adopted the Delfín under the agreements of COMECON. Production began April 1963 and continued for 11 years, with 3,600 eventually built until 1974. A dedicated, single-seat, aerobatic version was developed as the L-29A Acrobat. A reconnaissance version with nose-mounted cameras was built as the L-29R. Operational history. The Delfín served in basic, intermediate and weapons training roles. For this latter mission, they were equipped with hard points to carry gun pods, bombs or rockets, and thus armed. Egyptian L-29s were sent into combat against Israeli tanks during the Yom Kippur War. The L-29 was supplanted in the inventory of many of its operators by the Aero L-39 Albatros. More than 2,000 L-29s were supplied to the Soviet Air Force, acquiring the NATO reporting name Mir. L-29s, along with the newer L-39, were used extensively in ground attack missions in the Nagorno-Karabakh War by Azeri forces. At least 14 were shot down by Armenian air defenses out of the total inventory of 18 L-29s. The Azeri Air Force lost large amounts of its air force due to anti-aircraft fire. As a trainer, the L-29 enabled air forces to adopt an all-through training on jet aircraft, replacing earlier piston-engine types. On July 16, 1975, a Czechoslovak Air Force L-29 shot down a Polish civilian biplane piloted by Dionysy Bielański that was attempting to defect to the west. On October 2, 2007, an unmodified L-29 was used for the world's first jet flight powered solely by 100% biodiesel fuel. Pilots Carol Sugars and Douglas Rodante flew their Delfín jet from Stead Airport, Reno, Nevada to Leesburg International Airport, Leesburg, Florida, in order to promote environmentally friendly fuels in aviation. From September 10 to September 14, 2008, two L-29s took first and second place at the Reno Air Races. Both L-29s consistently posted laps at or above 500 miles per hour. Former astronaut Kurt Brown took first place in Viper, followed by Red Bull racer Mike Mangold in Euroburner. Russia says it destroyed two Georgian L-29s during the 2008 South Ossetia War. The separatists in the Ukrainian civil war claimed to have an operational L-29 on the 18th of January 2015. Operators. Current military operators: Angola National Air Force of Angola. 6 L-29s were in service as of December 2015. Azerbaijan, the Azerbaijani Air and Air Defense Force. Georgian Air Force. 4 L-29s were in service as of December 2015. Guinea Military of Guinea. Mali Air Force of Mali. 6 in service as of December 2012. Tajikistan Tajik Air Force. Former military operators. Afghanistan. The Afghan Air Force operated as many as 24 from 1978 to as late as 1999. Armenia. The Armenian Air Force. Bulgaria. Bulgarian Air Force operated 102 examples, delivered between 1963 to 1974, retired from service in 2002. Czech Republic. Czech Air Force. Czechoslovakia. The Czechoslovakian Air Force. East Germany. East German Air Force. Egypt. Egyptian Air Force withdrawn. Ghana. Ghana Air Force. Hungary. Hungarian Air Force withdrawn. Indonesia. Indonesian Air Force. Iraq. Iraqi Air Force received 78 L-29s between 1968 and 1974. A number were converted to unmanned aerial vehicles in the 1990s. No longer operated. Libyan Arab Republic Air Force. 20 L-29s recorded lost in 1987 during the final stages of the Chadian-Libyan conflict. Nigeria. Nigerian Air Force. Romania. Slovakia. Slovak Air Force. After dissolution of Czechoslovakia, 16 L-29 were given to newly independent Slovak Air Force. They were withdrawn in 2003. Syria. Syrian Air Force. Uganda. Ugandan Air Force. Ukraine. Ukrainian Air Force. Vietnam. Vietnam People's Air Force. United States. United States Navy. Soviet Union operated as many as 2,000 DOSAAF. Soviet Air Force. Civil operators. Argentina. 1 Private L-29, with experimental registration LVX 468, during 20,111 and AMP 2012 was registered in Uruguay as CXLVN. Australia. 1 Private L-29C, VHBQJ. Based near Sydney, New South Wales. Czech Republic. Private L-29C, OKATS. Czech jet teams at Ekme Circuit plane crashed on 10 June 2012, killing pilot and passenger. Private L-29, OKAJW. Blue Sky Service BRN No. 2 Rani, Denmark. 1 L-29C, OILSD, owned by Las Rungholm, Niels Agerland, Klaus Brogger and Carselvia. New Zealand. L-29 ZK jet operated on commercial joy flights by XX Aviation, Queenstown Airport. Fly yourself in L-29 ZKSSU and ZKVO operated by Soviet staff from Christchurch International Airport. Norway. 2 L-29C, Lane Ada and Lane KJJ, operated by Russian Warbirds of Norway. One of the jets have been modified to an L-29 Viper with ARR Viper Mk535. Slovakia. 1 Private L-29C owned by Jan Sloth of South Africa. 2 Sasol Tigers aerobatic team flying the L-29 ex-military L-29s, approving popular on the civil warbird market. United States 2 University of Iowa. Operator Performance Laboratory used as high dynamics flight research aircraft for development of pilot state characterization. 2L-29S, N-29CZ and N-27RS are operated by World Heritage Air Museum in Detroit, Michigan. One is an avionics high dynamics flight test aircraft at the Ohio University Avionics Engineering Center. Specifications. General characteristics. Crew 2, student and instructor. Length 10.81 meters. Wingspan 10.29 meters. Height 3.13 meters. Wing area 19.8 square meters. Empty weight 2,280 kilograms. Loaded weight 3,280 kilograms. Max takeoff weight 3,540 kilograms. Power plant 1 times Mottl at M701C500 turbojet 8.7 kilonewtons. Performance never exceeds speed 820 kilometers per hour. Maximum speed 655 km per hour at 5,000 meters. Stall speed 130 km per hour. Flaps down. Range 894 km with tip tanks. Endurance 2 hours 30 minutes. Service ceiling 11,000 meters. Rate of climb 14.0 meters per second. Armament 200 kilograms of various guns, bombs, rockets, and missiles on external hard points.